Hello, welcome to the Jam Plan Day 2. Today we're going to be talking about triggers. Now, my trigger used to be turning the key in the car, after work, coming home. Soon as I got into my car to drive home, that was my stupid monkey brain saying to me, thank God that day's over, because normally it was a stressful day as a rule. Like most of us at work, we're making all these decisions, aren't we, at work, and it just gets absolutely crazy, meeting after meeting, and so much to do on our to-do list, and colleagues asking you questions, interrupting you. It just gets really mad. Or maybe you are a stay-at-home mum, or maybe you're someone that's got a part-time job, but just all the pressures of just doing what you do in our daily lives. We're always running at 1,000 miles an hour, aren't we? So we get that big sigh of relief when it gets to the end of the day. And all we want to do is just, pour ourselves a drink, put our feet up, and just take time out for ourselves. Well, our triggers, as I said, my trigger was just driving home. So be aware of your triggers. Now, your triggers don't always have to be getting in from work. Your triggers can be around certain people. I certainly had triggers around people that I socialized with that were heavy drinkers, the same as I was. So whenever I went to meet them, even if I was planning, it was in the week and I was trying not to drink in the week, it was inevitable that I would end up drinking, because it would be like, oh, just have one. And if you don't have a plan, then you end up having 1, 2, 3, 4, you know how the story goes. So it's not only getting in from work, it's people. It's certain days, like Fridays at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. That is a big trigger for some people if they don't drink in the week. Places are often a trigger. If you know the locals in the local pub, or maybe you go to a certain place, or maybe you have a certain activity, a sporting activity during the week or at weekends, and it's just everybody just goes to the pub afterwards, or everybody goes out for lunch and has a beer. Just sit and think about what your triggers are, just so you are aware of them, because unless we actually think about them, we often don't realize what our triggers are. And I think being aware around your triggers is a massive step into planning for that event that's coming up, that day, that time of the week, that friend, that place, that emotion. Even, if your partner's really peed you off, and you just automatically go for a beer, or grab something out of the fridge, or a glass of wine, or G&T, whatever your thing is. So it can just be a feeling. Now, feelings just pass, and we'll talk about cravings tomorrow, which is a biggie, really. We're on day 2 now, which is the 4th of January. So the alcohol should be well out of your system. Generally, depends really on your physique and your size, your age, how much you drink. But generally within 72 hours, the alcohol has left your system. Your liver is detoxed and metabolized all that, the toxins from the alcohol. So we are clean of our bodies of alcohol at this moment in time, but our mind is still hanging on to the thought of drinking. And this is where the battle starts. I spoke about self-talk yesterday, and the alcohol monster, as I call it, whispering in my ear, you deserve a drink. So if you haven't listened to it, then go back to day 1 of the Dry Jam Plan and listening to that. So just be aware of your triggers. Write your triggers down if you're a writer. And just be aware of them. Be aware of what really sets you off. And then you've got a plan to either avoid them completely during January, if that's what you want to do. But I would recommend that you still want to socialize in January, and we will talk about socializing without alcohol, which is not as hard as you think when you've got a plan in place. So, it's not about abstinence and white knuckling it the whole way through January and not going out, not seeing friends, not doing anything. That's not good for anybody. I still want you to go out and socialize and have a good time and still do things. But I want you to be aware of the events and things that trigger you to drinking, things that you would automatically reach for a drink or have a drink with whoever it is you're meeting. So write all your triggers down and be aware of them. And that's me for today. And tomorrow we're going to talk about cravings, because if you've not had cravings yet, I'm sure you probably have. I certainly would have had. But if you are really going all guns blazing and, you're really kicking the backside out of this and doing a fantastic job, then that's absolutely amazing. But for those that have started craving already, then I will cover cravings tomorrow. So you have a great day, whatever it is you're doing, and I'll catch you later. Oh, by the way, if you want any advice, support, completely free. I'm doing this completely free. I know I'm a coach, but genuinely, if you are struggling and you want to send me a DM or email me, I'll quite happily ping you on back. So please do get in touch. Just check out the show notes and all my details are there. All right, take care now. Bye.